the magic of television,
Wow.
we have what I created for you earlier, only I've painted the board white, which I would do beforehand if you were going to do that, before you attach everything.
Right.
Paint it white. You don't have to. You can leave the wood color because we're going to put snow on here. I just painted this white because I wanted to. I don't know why. So I would do that before I actually built any of the structure. Okay. So I've taken my Rice Krispie treat. You can see I have the foam core sandwich in here.
Right. We also noticed that it's kind of, you got maybe a third layer of crispy rice treats or something.
I think I just took a few little pieces and attached them here.
So you formed it into
I formed it into
ball,
where his, yeah. So I've taken a knife, and I have a knife over here. So once I had that structure, I've taken my knife and I've just shaped it, okay? And it cuts pretty easily. See, you just can shape it like this.
Nice.
Which is what I've done. I've shaped it to the shape I want it, and...
So it's basically the bottom of an egg.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to coat, I don't want my board to be, so we're going to get our...
Are there any questions? I'm just asking the folks playing the home game here. Are there any questions about what we've done so far? Anything with the crispy rice treat, the painting, the chocolate? Any questions about that stuff at all? You getting it?
Everybody understanding?
Was getting that?
It's
We didn't
not-
lose anybody through the magic of television?
No.
I think we're okay. I think they got that.
I think you got it. It's pretty, I mean, it's not that complicated. All right, so, but I'm going to cover my board again because I don't want
Yeah, it's looking good.
crumbs all over it.
Looking good.
Okay, so I'm going to show you another little thing that I did. When I got this to this point, I realized that my round board was kind of bugging me. Okay?
It's kind of bugging me.
It was kind of bugging me. I didn't like, it was too round. So after I had this all done, I ended up taking my scalpel and trimming a little bit, and it's easy. You just go in and you start poking. And all you have to do is trim this part, get through your foam core sandwich, and then I peeled that up, and then I had Rice Krispie treats sticking out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I peeled up a piece of board, and then I still had my Rice Krispie treat, so I just took my knife and followed along the edge of the board and trimmed my Rice Krispie treat off. And then I decided I wanted to add a little Rice Krispie treat on this side because he felt a little heavy this way. So I wanted to bring him a little bit back. So I took white chocolate and I just painted the white chocolate on the side, attached it to the side, and then carved it again. So you can see I kind of carved it this way. So if you look at the top, I'm not circular anymore. I've kind of shaved it around. And then I've added, you can see my board actually ends here. And this little piece right here is rice cereal treat. But it's on there. It's secured because it's secured with chocolate.
Okay, so this is how to adjust even after the fact.
Even after the fact. And I can show you, I'll give you a little demo. I'll add a little bit to this, and I'm not going to have it stay because I want to let it dry. But what I did was I just took a piece like this, and I just painted it with my chocolate, got it pretty thick, and I just attached it.
Quick question.
Like that. Yes.
Excellent. For the chocolate that you add to the crispy rice, could you make modeling chocolate with less light syrup so it is a little more flexible?
You could, but the thing with modeling chocolate, while it dries hard, it's not going to dry as hard as regular chocolate. Modeling chocolate is meant to be malleable, and this, when it dries, is, you can see, hard, right? This is Rice Krispie treat with the chocolate, so it's completely hard. So I guess you could do that if you want to. I would just use melted chocolate. I don't see the point of making modeling chocolate to put in here when all you have to do is melt chocolate, because you're melting chocolate to make your modeling chocolate. So just use the melted chocolate.
Okay, so unless you already had it.
If you already had it. But if you already had it, it's not prepared with less
Gotcha.
cornstarch.
Yeah.
I mean, corn syrup.
Right,
So
right.
I don't think you need to do that. I think this is fine. So you can see, this is how I added that piece, right? I just jammed it
Yep.
on there and I kind of built it up, I let it harden, and then I carved it. So I'm gonna pull this off because I don't want that piece on there. But that's how I added it. And he's gonna eat that. But that's how I added it, okay? So you can see I built it. So even if you have a shape that you think, oh, once you get it on, you go,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
Well, I added, I made it so that I was where I liked it.
That's
So
the
you
tip
can
of the
s-
day, by the way.
What?
That's the tip of the day. Well, we all start out with great plans and it's going
Yeah.
to work just fine. And all of a sudden something goes wrong in the middle.
Yeah.
How do you fix that?
That's how you
the
fix it.
That's
This is
how
the
to
fix.
it.
I mean, granted, I couldn't go, I'm going to go 6 inches out
Yeah.
with Rice Krispie treat because then you would want support. But this is, it's maybe a half an inch. I think it's a half an inch. Yeah, it's a half an
Yeah.
inch. So while
Right.
I wasn't crazy about my shape, I adjusted. I added a little and I carved a little off and I adjusted my shape. And you can see this is my PVC pipe, all still covered with the chocolate. And I want you to feel this. Feel
Yep.
that. That is solid as a
Oh,
rock.
man.
It's not going anywhere.
No,
and that
it's going to
has
break off here
that
before
ha-
that ever
exactly.
happens. And it's
And
not going
this-
to break off anymore.
This has to do with the fact that
Wow.
I used chocolate and the chocolate has hardened.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate has hardened in between. It's hardened up here. You can see. That's
It's solid.
solid.
Yeah, it's
It's
solid.
not going anywhere. It's